Okay, hello and welcome to the class. We'll start today with the lesson, chapter number 3, lesson 3.3. We'll talk about movement and reproduction today. As we know that these are the characteristics of living things. That living things, they have to move and they have to reproduce. So what is the meaning of movement? Movement is it is something which living things. This is a characteristic of living things which is common among living beings. There is no matter if they are plants, animals, or human beings. Okay, so animals, they move, we human beings, we move all around everywhere so that we can look for food and do our work. And if you talk about animals, they move all around to look for food, and they can look for their food and home and shelter, and also to protect themselves from the people, from the animals with which they feel danger from them. Okay, from to look for shelter and that things. Okay, so as per yesterday, if you see here, yesterday we talked about movement. What was a movement? So movement in a different ways. We move as we need. If you want to go anywhere, you can move. So some of the examples of the movements among the animals are walking, jumping, running, crawling, climbing, swimming, gliding, or flying. So these are some of the ways of movement, the way we move. Okay. Now today we'll talk about the next topic, that is reproduction. So what is reproduction? Reproduction means, so we wrote something about the movement here. The movement is another process. It's a life process which is common among animals. Okay, so today we'll talk about reproduction. What is the meaning of reproduction? Reproduction is one of the characteristics of living things. Living things reproduce the young one of their own kind. Okay, so if the mother is a bear, the baby will always be a bear. If the mother is a duck, the baby will be duck. Okay, if the mother is a kangaroo, the baby will always be a kangaroo. So the line here which is given here, the young one of their own kind, means they will be the exact copy of their parents. Okay, when animals reproduce, they often make special homes for young ones. Now this chapter which is given in your book, that is page number 31, here they are talking about that how living things they reproduce. So living things reproduce so that the new animal and the plants can grow to become, so that they will have their babies, and this the process of reproduction may continue. Okay, so there are also, if you see this thing, this is a common thing among plants as well. Plants, they make seeds so that when the plant will die, we have seeds to regrow them, or the plants can regrow again. So animals and birds, they lay eggs, and there are some animals who give babies. Okay, so there are different things where different people can do. Now see here in your book, let's read a page from your book. This is page number 31. Please open your books to page number 31. Page number 31. We'll start from there. I will ask someone to read that. Okay, so we can understand that many animals, they reproduce often and they make special homes. So this is the one point that we have discussed, that all animals, they make their homes. Some of the animals, they do not make their homes. And then the next point here, the second point which they have discussed here, is talking about some of the parents, some of the animal parents, they take care of their babies, their offsprings. What is the meaning of offsprings? Offsprings means their own babies. Okay, so some of the animals, they take care of their babies. However, some of the animals, they do not take care of their babies. So what is the first example they gave? Please underline that with me. So the first example is what you have to learn this in the exam, that fish, they swim off into the sea. They just lay eggs and they just move away. Okay, so they do not take care of their babies. The babies, they get stick to the water or some stone or some plant in the sea, and from where they can get their own food. Next example is a caterpillar. Caterpillar is same butterfly. She attaches her egg to the leaf or to some place where it is safe, and at the same time it can get enough nutrition, enough food to grow up. Let's see here. Please look at the screen carefully. See here, some animals, when animals reproduce, they often make special homes for the young or the eggs. Okay. Now, if you remember, some of the animals, they do not take care of their babies. So what happened? They just leave their babies like this. Okay. So see here, the first example is what? Look here. Look at the mouse. Look at the house of a mouse. It lives in a hole. Okay. So this is another type of animal. They should live in a place like this where they should have mud. Okay. Look at the next one, camels. They love to eat, they love to stay in the places like desert where they have a lots of sand because they enjoy living into the sand. Look at the next example, ants. Look at ants. They make the burrow like this where they can stay. Lions, they usually stay in burrows. Look at the hen. It lives in a place which is called cop. Cow, they always live in a barn. So it's a very open and airy place where she can stay. And also their babies, they can stay in the same hole, same place. Okay. So the house of the cow is called barn. Horses, they usually stay in stables. And lions, they usually stay in dens. Okay. The next example here is a hen, dog, duck. So see here, they have different houses here. They stay in these houses. Now, if you see even insects, look at the spiders. Spiders, they always stay in the webs. Look at the big sea animals. If the now you cannot say the whale, you can bring whale home and you can keep it in the swimming pool. You cannot do that because whale has a big size. So big size fish can only stay in sea water, which is deep water. Okay, look at the aquarium. Look at this one. This is stable again. Frogs usually they stay in ponds. What is the meaning of pond? Pond is a place where the water is standing. Okay, sometimes the water is flowing, and sometimes the water in some places are staying. So these are called ponds. Okay, look at the birds. They have their nest. They can stay in the nest. Usually the picture which we have here are for the pet animals. Now look at the second example here, that some animals, they do not take care of their babies. So some examples of those animals are, which was given that some of them examples are frogs, snakes, and fish. Look at frogs. Frogs, when they lay their egg, they lay egg in the water and they just leave the babies there so that they go and get their food and whatever is needed to them by themselves. Same goes for the snake. Snake finds a place where she can lay eggs, and the eggs, they hatch by themselves, and the baby snakes, they come out by themselves. Another example is a fish. Fish is same like frog. She lays egg in the water, in the sea water, and then she leaves them there, and the babies, they come out or they hatch out by themselves. Now here I have some pictures of snake. Look at these snakes. This mother snake, she leaves her, when after laying the eggs, most of the time she leaves her place or her nest where she lays egg, and after some time these baby snakes, they come out of the nest or the burrow or the place which mother snake chooses to lay eggs. Okay, look at the next example. This is a frog. See, the frog, it lays eggs in the water and it leaves there, and after some time or in some period of time, these small baby eggs, they hatch and tadpoles. Look here, tadpoles, because they resemble like a fish. So these tadpoles, they come out of the eggs. Same goes for the fish. Fish, it lays many eggs. Okay, thousands and millions of eggs at a time, and then it leave it there. Look here, if you can see, it's near the grass or a place where the mother fish is sure that the babies can get their food by themselves. So these are some of the examples of the parents who do not take care of their babies. Also, one example that is given in your book is about a butterfly. They leave their caterpillar also you can say she does not take care of the egg herself. Okay, as you see about the birds in the nest, the mother bird, she sits on the egg eggs and she take care of her babies. Same goes for the mother hen. She goes and she search for the food for her babies. But some animals, they do not take care of their babies. Now, more examples which are given in your book are about the kangaroo. Look at here. These kangaroo mothers, they keep their babies in their pouch for a long time. They carry their babies wherever they go and also take care of them. The another example that you see is about the about bear cub. This is a polar bear cubs. They stay with their mother in the den. Her mother is responsible for feeding them and bringing food to these babies. Okay. So today we will go and we will finish the questions. So let's write. Please take out your pencils. We'll start writing now.